Okay, guys, welcome back to another of my video. Sorry if I'm doing this a little bit later because I had to try the tank. Really lots of battles. I think I have 20, 40 battles. And today we're going to talk about the Vipera. The Vipera, it is a kind of unique tank in my opinion. And here I want really to talk a lot about this tank because there are lots of high level YouTubers that says that this tank is broken. Uh, I'm not in their with their opinion. I don't think that this tank is broken only because of the armor wise, and they will show you only the good battles they have done with the Vipera, or they are just super skilled players, and of course every tank is OP in their hands. Uh, This is the Vipera. This is the Rate premium Italian tank destroyer, and as you can see, it's very similar to other Italian tank destroyers. Uh, I want to talk about soft-wise stats, soft-wise here, but I really don't tell a lot here because I don't like reading the stats here. But if you want, check them out. I will only read them with when I will do the the equipment compartment. Why? Because I this video will be very long and I don't even want to bother you. Those are the stats. To resume very quickly, this tank has nice DPM, but only because it has a very long clip, very big capacity clip with high damage shell, normal damage shell. But with 5 shells, you can do 2000 damage within a clip. But you will need 24 seconds to unleash the other clip. The big problem about the Vipera is the accuracy. That is very, very bad. And even when the gun is damaged, it really highs up the accuracy on this, and that's not very good. Another bad thing about the Vipera is the dispersion factor that is 0.25. The turret reverse is kind of good. And another very bad thing is the penetration of the gun of the Vipera that has 220 millimeter penetration and 264 with APCR rounds. This is of course made for balancing reasons because you will see later. Speed-wise, Vipera is very slow. It will go 11.7 is like kind of similar to a German heavy tank with speed-wise. You will see in the replay, and the turbocharger, the I mount turbocharger, the improved hardening, and I think the ventilation or the improved aiming. Why improved aiming? I will tell you later because you can do different type of beat with this tank. Terrain resistance aren't very good. So mobility wise, this tank is kind of bad. Even the traverse speed. Armor wise is what this tank shines a lot, and here everyone says that this tank has very high armor. It's indeed this tank has a very high armor. It will be very shit tank, and it has 1,300 hit points. That is kind of normal, but we're going to see the armor now. The armor layout here is like, of course, we are doing with the Vipera shells. You cannot penetrate it. It Sorry, guys. It's very, very, very hard to penetrate. Only the only thing they could penetrate is right here when Vipera is doing this, and it will be kind of not bad, not very easy, but even not very hard when you're doing like this. But when you're going like 100 meters, and it is very, 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 very well angled. With APCR, you have better chance to penetrate the hull. You have 57% with his 264 millimeters penetration APCR. And if you're like high penetration heavy, you can basically penetrate it without any response back. You look at the level penetrates the hull of the Vipera everywhere, everywhere, everywhere with APCR. But the turret is another story. The turret is very hard on this, and when it goes hold down, yeah, it's kind of very hard to penetrate it even in a hold down position. So yeah, very hard. I'm doing this only because you can understand how small it can be and how weak points can be small on the distance. Only for that reason I'm doing it. If the Vipera goes hold down, it's practically impossible to penetrate. I think the only T-rate that can penetrate it when it's a hold on, I think it's called something like a Russian tank or ISU 152K that can penetrate can penetrate you very easily. But it is only the only tier 8 tank that can penetrate you. Or if you are lucky enough, you can shoot here, you can penetrate the tank because it's 20 millimeters of armor. You can see even with a 60 millimeter, but let me just pick up the Rheinmetall, the German. What is the German? You can basically auto pen here, and if you're lucky, even here. That thing is even penetrable with HE. So pay attention when someone shoots you HE, you can shoot HE here. So if you can basically have more chance to do damage with HE instead of AP because yeah, AP can be. But if you load like premium ammo, not 255, but like high penetration tank can penetrate you there. Another thing that it's kind of easy to penetrate is when you have like a big caliber and a heavy tank, and you can basically overmatch here, and so if you encounter the Vipera here, or you can overmatch here, or if the Vipera is doing side scraping, you can overmatch here. So with high caliber gun, the Vipera becomes paper, and here you can overmatch with a 90 millimeter. But with not 120, yeah, it's kind of it's harder to penetrate because it has not overmatchable thing. Sidewise is good, and the backside is actually not bad. So a Vipera player can actually try to do this, but the thing is that you don't have to angle with the Vipera because all your armor is here. You can, if someone loads APCR with gold rounds, I mean, they can penetrate very easily the side armor of the tank. It's not like the T-Rate that has a different shape of the hull, so it can resist much more on the side here. The Vipera, if angles a bit, it's penetrable. It's penetrable, even a hold down. It's kind of similar situation. So basically, what we have a super good armor tank, but if I can pick up even everyone has tank. Like for example, we can even pick up what the fuck is this? Oh, they are ruining my video. Fucking idiots. Okay, we're gonna try to pick. Let me do this. Okay, okay. Sorry guys, but fucking stupid shit that is there. For example, we can even pick up the 703 version 2 that kinda basically zero chance of penetrating the turret like the Vipera, or we can do pick up even the Skoda that is T56 that if with Pramo, let me pick up some good Pramo. Those are not good Pramo. Yeah, you have good Pramo. You have good Pramo, but it's very hard for tanks that are not the Stranswagen, the Torwagen, to penetrate it. So yeah, the Vipera is not the only one that has higher hard armor. Uh, Let me pick up even, for example, the T32 that has another nice turret armor. And you will say, yeah, the Vipera has like a better gun. No, no way. The Vipera gun is actually very inaccurate, and those tanks have very accurate gun. For example, even the Torban has a better turret respect to the Vipera. So armor-wise, I think the Vipera is very good, but the armor doesn't justify to say that it's a broken tank because the only thing that the Vipera could be have instead of others is just this clip, but this clip is very situational, very very situational. So I don't think the Vipera is broken. Uh, what do I mount with equipments? Of course, I mount this one, or I think this one because you have like no, this one. Sorry, this one. I'm mistaken. Because yeah, you turn less, but you have effective top speed much better when on soft terrain. This one, because the accuracy is just trash, but here it's less trash. And of course, this one. You don't need cam on the Vipera. The Vipera is a frontline tank. Here you can do different builds. Honestly, I mount the turbocharger, the improved hardening, and the improved aiming class. But you can take out the improved hardening and put in even the change this one for better accuracy. It's up to you. It's up to you, or even you can put coated optics to actually try to improve the view range of the tank. And basically that's it for the not for the review, but for the first part of the video. That was stat-wise review. Now I pick up like 4 replays that that shows the good things about the Vipera and the bad things about the Vipera, and those, trust me, those are the only replays that I made nice battles on more than 3k, because the gun is so fucking inaccurate that can't eat any shit. If you go like 100, 200 meters, this tank will never hit you. This tank will never penetrate you, and you're just basically the die. You cannot hit anything on the longer distances. So guys, let me turn down the volume of the game a bit. Because I wanna let you see the good and bad things about this tank. Of course, it's Italian. He said like, let's go. And I'm going to the heavy side. Why go to the heavy side? Because everyone was going to the medium side, the heavy side, and of course someone had to defend the heavy side. I think I did. I was thinking about camping, but I decided to go forward because I have a super great armor tank and I saw others to camp. I don't suggest, you don't have to go alone, but if you can help the teammates, you have to do it, because you will win, of course, and you can do more damage, because helping the others can actually make the team survive longer, and you will not be pushed by other fucking idiots. Because I don't know if you have it, but I have a really bad matchmaking. I don't know why. I always encounter stupid players. I don't know why. I always encounter them and I cannot do anything. I just encounter those stupid players. So as you see, speed-wise, it's not something special. And it's kinda slow, not as fast as you may expect in 2022 World of Tanks. And look the bloom of the gun. Look the bloom of the gun. Super high, super inaccurate tank. Very bad accuracy on this tank. Don't expect to hit anything on the long distances, because this tank has a very bad accuracy, as you saw. Now I wanted to try to hit the AMX or the Skoda, because I wanted to do some damage, because yeah, why not? Yeah, that one hit it. And that is the situation that you want to go on the Vipera, just bombing up shells after shells, and that's it. Only 2 seconds. Yeah, it bounced at me because the Vipera is a very good armor, as I told you. I think it's the only good thing about the Alpha and the clip on this tank. And I want to try to do some damage here to actually help my allies a bit. But I will get nuked. I think I will get nuked by some fucking tank destroyers camp there. See what I was talking? See what I was talking? The tank accuracy is fucking bad. It's super horrible. As you see, the tank accuracy is super horrible, and now I have to reload for 34 seconds. I just decided to go forward because otherwise I wouldn't have done any damage more, because this tank is very slow. This tank has a very slow intro clip, so it's not for burst damage. And yeah, well, this happens when you got rushed by 2 Italian Teddies who just died, basically. So as you saw from the replay, the accuracy is very bad. Maybe I had bad shots, but that wasn't only for bad shots, that was practically the accuracy of the tank. You will see in other replays that I pick up 4 replays because maybe in one replay you just had luck, or you just had like bad luck, unluck, sorry. But it's the tank. As I told you, the tank, the only thing that the tank offers that pro players don't like is that it is impenetrable. And they don't like it because even a noob player could compete against them. And in one thing they are right, because an impenetrable tank is kinda toxic, but every other fucking tank in the game can be impenetrable. not like super lightly armored, but as you see, there are other several tanks that have super good armor. Look, for example, Defender in a in a side-scraping position. The Chrysler in a side-scraping position. What the fuck? What the fuck are you going to do with Rider? No, it doesn't tank. You have to understand it. Wargaming will never release us as balanced premium. Who the hell wanna buy a balanced premium? As you see, 190 meter close circle mess. This is the tank. With a Defender, with the Chrysler, with another tank, maybe that has 20mm less armor, but so much better other stats that will make the other tanks much better. Respect this one. For me, this one. See how slow the aiming is. See how slow it is. And that's it. Of course, I have 34 seconds of reload, and I think I'll do another shot or two. I don't know. But the battle that I have done, even TS5 could have done that. Even Turtle could have done that. If a good, even a heavy tank could have done that. Nothing special, to be honest. Even Somo could have done that. That Somo isn't that OP, but has a much better clip. Respect to this one.
Agganciato, li abbiamo danneggiati. Cerchiamo un altro bersaglio. Veicolo nemico distrutto. Bersaglio acquisito. Cerchiamo un altro bersaglio. È rimbalzato.
Yeah, this was the first battle. This was the first battle. I wanna let you show the stats here, stats wise. Of course, it's a mastery, but because it's a new tank, so of course it's a mastery. And I've done 3.5k damage. I know this isn't something special, but it's one of the only battles that I have done good in this period of this tank. Let me show you the second one. That is this one. I have to close it. Yeah, let me just close it. Let me just close it. I'm gonna pick up the second replay. Let's see here. So this is the second replay. I just go forward because I wanna see this one. And this is the second battle. Much better map for my opinion. Respect to the first one. Here I just was checking something and I crashed like an idiot. This is a much better map. Respect the last one, of course, because it has more enclosed vehicle, enclosed combat scene. And don't understand this tank when it's a close fight, because when this tank is a close fight, then this tank is pretty much OP, but only when it can use the armor and it's in a close fight. Because when this tank has used its accuracy and it can be all down, side scraping in every situation, but you're 100 200 meters away, this tank will basically never hit you, because this tank accuracy is very bad. It's similar to a Caliban accuracy, in my opinion. Maybe Caliban has a worse accuracy, but this tank doesn't have the accuracy on its side. Yeah, I decided to go forward because I said, yeah, there aren't enemies, and I can go forward. Look how the fucking bad is the accuracy on this tank. It's so fucking bad. You can't even do anything properly. Oh, my climate just put himself in front of me. This is the thing about this tank. only to stay in close fight and bomb it off chest. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing that this tank can do. Very popular.
Siamo immobilizzati!
Sniping,
Al
not
colpo!
very good. It's built to do this.
Simbolo sistemato, andiamo! Simbolo colpito! Corazzato nemico danneggiato!
See how fucking bad is the accuracy on the enemy Vipera. He just hit him in my side.
Li abbiamo danneggiati! Preso!
Another thing that I have to tell you. The even the spotting range doesn't help a lot, because you cannot spot anything on this.
Agganciato! Cerchiamo un altro bersaglio! L'abbiamo preso! Li abbiamo danneggiati! Siamo immobilizzati! Veicolo nemico distrutto! Uno dei serbatoi perde! Cingolo riparato, in marcia! Abbiamo un cingolo danneggiato!
This was the second replay. And was this battle? Another nice battle that I have done with the Vipera. And this will be the third one. I just spoiled you the third one. And you will notice that all these battles have one thing in common: close quarters. because it's the only thing that this tank can do. This tank can be only in close quarters, very close quarters, because if I have a replay of this that shows you how some close quarters this tank can hit anything.
Diamoci da fare!
This is the third one, and I will talk less because I already talked about the tank. I dare to say the same things because the tank has one purpose: to annoy people and to stay in close quarters. On the other things, this tank doesn't like. Is good. The speed is bad. As you see, phase 1 has much better speed than me. Even the other DT and H has practically my same speed. But they have more accurate guns. Yeah, less DPM maybe. But no, the AA has more DPM, but that's it on tier 9 of course. And they have 360 turret.
L'abbiamo preso!
Low roll. And you will see how this tank armor performs very bad against tier 9 premium shells. This was a normal,
Corazzato nemico
but
danneggiato!
as all other tanks do, they can of course bounce normal.
Bel colpo!
You will see, you even here you will even see the accuracy. Look, premium ammo.
Corazzato nemico danneggiato!
Check how fucking horrible the accuracy
Possiamo
is.
sparare con precisione.
150 meters. Missed 2 shots. This is the powerful and overpowered Vipera.
Li abbiamo danneggiati. Veicolo nemico distrutto. Beccato. Preso. L'abbiamo preso.
This is the Vipera. First battle. And let me check, let's see the stats. By after. This is the battle. 3k damage. This is the last one. Let me check. The video is going very long. Yeah, but the thing is that I want you to let you see everything about this tank. Why? Because I saw some reviews that make only 20 minutes, say the Vipera is OP because the Vipera is impenetrable. Yeah, I saw that. The Vipera is OP because it's impenetrable. What the all the other curates premium in this game that are impenetrable too? What the fuck? Only because it doesn't have any weak spots. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have any particularly big weak spot. But the thing is, even the Bisonte doesn't have any turret weak spots. It has a small one. This one doesn't, but Bisonte has a much better gun. And it's faster and it has kind of same DPM. It has even more DPM. The Skoda, I told you, it is more OP than this. With a 703. Even the EVR is overpowered. The Boras, the Projectile 46. I don't think this tank. I think this tank is very strong, but these two situational for being OP because it needs the right situation to be OP. Only the right situation can make this tank OP. In all the other fucking situations, this tank can be trash because it doesn't have any accuracy, it doesn't have any speed, it doesn't have any penetration. I think the Boras premium ammo penetrates more. A medium tank with a super good camo with only 2 seconds to do 700 damage and goes away in 20 seconds, does go back up and deal 700 damage. When this tank in the time that the Borask did 1400 damage, didn't even see the Borask and maybe never have even hit him. This is the Vipera. The Vipera, I think, is a very strong tank because it has good armor and good clip, but it isn't the B because other things are just kind of trash, to be honest.
Agganciato. Bersaglio perso. Corazzato nemico
That's the
distrutto.
thing when the Vipera became so big. Look at the KV3. Not now. Look the KV3. I was just checking if he didn't hit my upper part of the turret.
Li abbiamo danneggiati. Bel colpo. Centrato. Carro nemico a fuoco. Preso.
This is the only part where the Vipera is OP. This is the only fucking part when the Vipera can actually do something. Because the enemy is 40 meters, 99% will hit him. It is a low tier, so you can even penetrate him. That's the only way the Vipera can do damage,
Bersaglio acquisito.
to be honest.
Cerchiamo un altro bersaglio. Centrato.
Fucking bad accuracy.
Veicolo nemico distrutto.
See the weak point that we were talking about? The 20mm armor. You can penetrate the Vipera there.
Corazzato nemico distrutto.
But this battle, I could even have done it with a Bisonte or with another heavy tank. The same battle, maybe not the KV3 part, but the same battle could have been done even with another tank. I don't need the Vipera to do, I think, the same thing as the Vipera can, but with more skills. This tank can be good when you don't know how to do down, you don't know how to do side scraping, and you don't know about shooting, probably, because of course you can be very skilled, this tank still misses. You can be very bad skilled, this tank still misses. But on the other part, I think not every AS tank, but I think 50 or 60% of every tank can do this in here. Look at the accuracy on this. Look how fucking bad it is. How fucking horrible accuracy.
Preso.
I missed the 800 damage because the tank just decided to just shoot randomly and didn't do nothing. So this is the fourth battle. Nice battle. But with your 6s, so of course it ended up like this. Yeah, that's the Vipera. That's the tier 8 overpowered tank that everyone says it's OP, it's overpowered, it's impenetrable. But doesn't even hit you from 100 meters. So how can that shit can be overpowered? Even when there are like other heavy tanks that can hit you for 200, 300 meters, and they can bounce anything like the Torvan. It doesn't have a clip, yeah, but it has pretty much the same DPM with better accuracy, better penetration, better armor, better speed. or the as I told you 703, or the Skoda, or the Defender, or the Chrysler. There are lots of tanks, the Turtle, the TS5. There are lots of other tanks that can do the same job as Vipera, and maybe not in the exact same way, but the job, like holding or like dealing damage, not the same as the Vipera do, because Vipera has a good clip, 5 shells to do 400, that's 2000 damage, and you saw it with the KV3. I just shot the 4 shells to the KV3 and he dead, 4 or 3 shots, and he was dead. I could have shot another one to the Vipera and another one to the Scorpion, but the Vipera isn't OP. It's very good, but not OP. Like the video I've done with the Italian TDs, it's very similar to the Italian TDs because this tank has a good armor, very good armor, but it's slow. It doesn't have accuracy, doesn't have penetration, doesn't have view range, doesn't have camo. The only good thing the Vibra has is some armor and the shells, of course. Sorry, the damage that can do with a clip. And it's even worse respect the Minotauro, because the Minotauro actually reloaded in 24-25 seconds. This one reloads in 34 seconds. So it is a bigger clip, but with less DP. So, guys, this is the video. I will edit a bit, and it will be out tomorrow or 2 days. See ya, guys. This is the Vipera. Very OP tank.